Okay, so day 143. Gonna check the weight in a second, but first, got an interesting view for you today. Check this out. Oh boy. It's a winter wonderland out there. Snow is coming down. Fence took a little bit more of a hit. Gotta get that fixed for the spring, but the ground's probably frozen right now. The tire, rest in peace. All right, time to check the weight. We'll see. It was up a good amount yesterday, so I'm expecting it'll probably drop a little. Subtract roughly 3 pounds because I've got hoodie, shoes. These shoes are slightly lighter, but still. And it's earlier than typical squat workout. So a couple things there that might affect the weight a little bit, but still check for consistency's sake. Let's see. 9.2, yeah, so down from yesterday. Yesterday that was crazy, 211. All right, 209.2, so probably 206.2, you know, if you don't count the hoodie and shoes, pants, something like that. So probably looking at like 202 in the morning, maybe 203. Today at least. Yesterday it might be a little higher, like 204, 205. So we're going in the right direction. Let me show you what we got on the plan for today. All right, so got the plan. I think it's day 143. Jeez, I just said it. Squat 365 for something. Hopefully, if the warm-ups feel good, we shall see. Then front squat 275. Oops, the plow truck's going by. Sick. All right. And then seated calf raise 3x20. We might do some forearms too, time dependent. We shall see. All right, so repeat champion for 10 reps with the 365. I was contemplating going for 11 there, but, well, first of all, rep number 10 was challenging. And then also it just felt like it was a little more of a lower back dominant squat. So, I don't know, just gotta stay safe sometimes. I definitely, next week we'll try and lock in that 10 to 12. But yeah, just happy to get that for 10 again. I mean, to not drop at all and hold very steady, I'll take it. So we're gonna go front squats now. Hopefully getting 8 with the 275, but we shall see. You will see that. All right, onto these front squats here. Legs feel what I would describe as moderately toasty. So put down 8. That would be 1 up from last week. So we'll see, but happy with squats, definitely. I like the consistency more than I like the big up and down. Like I love obviously hitting PRs, but I just like to know that it's steady. I'm not a fan of, I get a PR that it's a massive drop. I'd rather take a small PR and then be able to repeat that the next week. Just better mentally, progress-wise, I feel like. The ups and downs can kind of mess up your rhythm. So Yeah, I'll take small PR or holding steady over a big PR. Doesn't mean I won't still go for the big PR sometimes though. All right, let's get it. Hopefully 8. This bar has a little bend in it, so that's why I don't use it for squats, because over 315, I think I've said that before, over 315 it starts to actually bend more, so. All right. Come on, 8, hopefully. That felt like a good 8, actually. Still challenging, but yeah, that was good. All right, easy stuff, calves, and then that's it. All right, right on the money with today's workout, I would say. Yeah, squats, 365. You know, slow and steady. It's getting more comfortable. Not ready for the 405 yet. I learned my lesson there. Talked about that a couple times. You know, I'm going to wait at least another 2 or 3 weeks, and then you know, then we'll go for it. I'd like to be able to get the first 8 reps of the 365 set just like crushed, you know, without having to stop at all. Right now, I usually get to like, usually get to like rep 6, I think, like 5 or 6, and then I kind of have to reset a little bit, you know, and kind of catch my breath. And yeah, I don't want to have to do that. I want to be able to get 8, just crush it. All right, here we go. Still figuring this thing out. We're getting there though. So yeah, that's the goal there. Once I can get 12, it's 4, 5, 6, 8, you know, with the first 8 being consistent, then I'll probably start to try 405. Try and lock in like 4 reps, 5 reps. We'll see. It's a journey. Go like 5 more. I lost count again. Always losing count. All right, that's a good warm up. I mean, the legs are warm. Calves aren't warm. So yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, in my, you know, previous time lifting, I guess pre-bulk, I would say the main gain, the maintaining gaining, where you're not really doing anything, you're just kind of staying the same weight, and just kind of holding steady on strength, and you're stalled out a little bit. You know, previously when I've hit a heavy squat set for 6 or 8 or whatever, 315 or 330 or whatever, the next week I would have trouble doing it, and I think that's because my food wasn't where it needed to be. Now with the bulk and with an excess of calories, I think my body recovers as it should, and then I'm able to, you know, consistently hit good numbers. So never underestimate the, you know, the diet. All right. Because if you're not fueling your body appropriately, I mean, I've talked about this a bunch of times. You're just going to feel crappy, you know, or you're going to have to rely on tons of caffeine, and then you'll see a real big drop down. You know, like if my carbs were low pre-workout, which they weren't, then after I did that 365, more than likely front squats for 275, that wouldn't have happened, you know, because I wouldn't have enough glycogen, I wouldn't have enough energy. I'd, you know, start to get a little shaky. So need those calories. All right. I like these. It doesn't bother my legs enough with this weight to put the weight belt under there yet. I believe Brian gave me that idea, which is a good one. And when I go up to 185, which probably will be next week, I'll throw it under there just so I don't tear up the quads too much. All right, calves are starting to get a little bit puffy. Nothing crazy though. It is pretty cold outside, so a little bit less blood flow. Nice though. Snow makes everything a little more challenging as far as travel, but it does make for a nice landscape. Because in the winter, it's kind of just all, because there's a good amount of woods here, and it's kind of all just dead basically. So when it snows, everything looks nice and not as dead. But that period of time, the end of fall, waiting until the first snow, semi-optimal or suboptimal. Right, not semi-optimal. It's not optimal at all. It's just cold and doesn't look great. Snow lands, looks nicer. All right. And we made it, here in New England at least, until a week into January for the first snow. So hopefully that means it's not going to be too crazy of a winter. We can get spring going. All right, last set here. Oh boy. We'll get 30 on this one just because they don't feel horrible. So 4, 5. And I just saw somebody commented asking about like my approach with legs and if it's just 1 to 2 sets. Yeah, I mean 1 to 2 working sets. I mean, I'll do 4 or 5 warm-up sets. And I have definitely done, you know, I did daily undulating periodization, if anybody's familiar with that, DUP, which is where you squat, bench, and deadlift 3 times a week. And I mean, I made, you know, steady increases with it, but I also dropped the weight at the beginning and I didn't hit new territory on anything. Okay. And it really limited my ability to do accessory work because every workout took like an hour and a half. That, in my opinion, was just too much time. That was when I physically went to the gym too. So it was like 2.5 hours round trip. I mean, that's just too much time in the day, especially where I'm at in life right now to be dedicating or be able to dedicate. Not even a desire thing, just there's just not enough time in the day to do that for myself. So I've done programs like that before and still not as strong as where I'm at right now, not even close. So, you know, I'm just testing things out here. This is a new approach for me, the bulk and you know, this style. So far it's going well. But I just figured I'd address that because a conventional program or regular program would be a 5x5 or 3x10 or something like that. And, you know, I don't have anything against those. I've tried basically all of those and still, you know, does not beat out what I'm doing right now. Not even close. So I'm going to continue on with, you know, my journey. I can't recommend this approach to anyone else. I just know that it's working for me. And, you know, I'm just kind of documenting it here so that people can see. I think food has a lot to do with it too. And also keeping the need for recovery down. I still recover, but with daily undulating periodization, an hour and a half workout, benching, squatting, deadlifting 3 times a week, you need a lot of recovery for that. 2 sets of squats, even though they're heavy, you don't need anywhere near as much recovery. Even if they're maximum or close to maximum effort, you know, you can still recover in a day or 2 if you eat and sleep. So that is, yeah, that's my thoughts about programming and that sort of thing, at least for myself. Everybody's got to go their own way and figure out what's going to work for them. The only way really is to test things out and see what works. You know, like I tested out daily undulating periodization. It worked okay, but it wasn't the program for me. I've tested out 10x10 German volume. Same thing. It worked okay, but again, too much time and just a lot of recovery needed. So Any questions, comments, concerns about any of that? I would be really interested to hear other people's thoughts about it. But that's all for today. Heading out into the snowy weather, truck back to the house. Appreciate the support as always, and we'll see you tomorrow for chest and triceps, and probably forearms because I didn't get to do them today. But that's it for today. Enjoy the rest of the day. Peace. Yeah, I know.